Hello and welcome back for more Explore Tulsa. Now Stevie, have you ever invented anything?
Well, I've taken plenty of things apart, but most of the time I can't put them back together. But when I do, I usually have parts left over.
That's what I thought, but that's the beginning to every great inventor. Just ask Tulsa's own Zack Hale.
So the first time I got into making was probably when I was 4 or so. I started just taking things apart, took apart my mom's exercise bike, took apart radios, and just built them into things that were new. To me, it was just fun and exciting. I don't know if I really looked up to anyone in particular. I just did what I felt like doing. The first major project of mine was when I was about 15 and I built a portable GameCube. I took all the GameCube is a game console by Nintendo, and I took it apart. I put all of the internals of it into a smaller case with its own screen and controls, and that was just because I was so into the GameCube at the time. It was my first game console, so I wanted to just make something cool. I got inspired by people off the internet, really. Yeah, the process for building things can be messy most of the time. For example, I burnt out about 7 GameCubes before I built the working one. And I have a portable Wii U, which is also interesting. And then I have a high-power flashlight and a high-power LED lamp with a flexible head. That's my newest. So the way I look for inspiration for projects is mainly I discover some element of the project that I really like, and that could be like a thermoelectric cooler, so I decide to build a refrigerator to demonstrate how they work. Or I really get into these high-power LEDs, so I decide to build like a big lamp or a flashlight. I usually just get my inspiration from the internet, from YouTube videos when I see people who build similar projects, and I try to do my own take of it and make it better. I'm in school right now for TCC. I go there for electrical engineering technology, and I also have a couple of jobs that I do as a assistant and a production manager. Yeah, I work for a startup company here in Tulsa called Synercon Technologies, and I do all of the electrical engineering production there. And we build these specialized computers for downloading crash data from trucks. And I've been there for a few years and just learned the more professional side of how to manufacture. I found Fab Lab around 2012. My grandma found a news article about it, and I came here and it just seemed like so much of it was just for me. So I've been a member ever since. I think the most important thing about Fab Lab here is that it's open to the public and that it's not part of a college. That's really kind of rare in the US. Because it allows anyone who has an idea to make it physical, who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford any of the machines here. They make it possible for you to really carve your own path too. So you're not having to follow anyone's rules to a certain extent. I feel really happy when something that I put a lot of time and energy to finally works. I mean, it's to be expected if you try enough, but it's just, I don't know, I can't describe it. The thing I would recommend most is to not try to follow anyone else's exact plans. When you feel inspired, you can really go about it any way you want. And you know, it's obviously not for everyone. Everyone has to have their own hobbies, but if you're into electronics, I would just start messing around, taking things apart. There's no right way.